when you go to program a new teledrift job, the computer will open up. I'm showing fault because none of the equipment is hooked up because I'm in a hotel room. You'll find the teledrift thumb drive. In your case, it'll be a white one that's attached to that laminated copy of the survey instructions. Once you're here, come to the teledrift logo, exit program and return to setup. You'll come over here and you can click erase all data. You will save. It'll copy to this thumb drive. The storage card's been erased. Now we can create a new job file. The password will always be 8344. Do not select ProDrift X. Every time you program, it will be a ProShot X angle and azimuth instrument. So we always program with the one on the left. You'll enter a job ID. For example, if I knew the well name was, like say this was PD150, you can't have any spaces in this. So you'll do PD150, D12, you can't have a dash either. So you could do D12-12, I would just put it like that. We can at least identify the rig in the well. Next, it'll ask for the well name. So if the well name is D12-12, we'll put that there, click next. Display units, you guys operate in meters and kPa, so we'll enter the value 1. Click next. North grid will keep 0. And here we'll need to calculate the magnetic declination. To do that, you will need the GPS coordinates to the well. And then we'll plug those into the NOAA website that's outlined in that the guide that I've sent out. The alternative option is if you're on location, you can download an app called CrowdMag, and CrowdMag will find your location and automatically give you the magnetic declination for the job. In this instance, it's been calculated already, and it's going to be 13.7. This is crucial that we have this. We've got to have this number before you start. Start date is today's date. The contractor would be Precision Drilling 150. You can call that PD 150. You can call it whatever you want. We just need to have that in there. Company Synovus. Get that in there. Click next. You guys don't operate on API numbers, so we won't need to do anything with that. Click next. Location, I don't know where these guys are, maybe Foster Creek. And so there we have like the region where their field's at, or the field name. So from there you can click Start Program. PXI not found, again, because I don't have one connected. So this number, I've had good success with 200 PSI. All this number does is it indicates when the pumps are down. So the pump threshold, anything above 200 PSI will indicate that the pumps are on. And so far that's been working for us. If they're having trouble getting a survey and they say, hey, it never shows, we turn the pumps on, it never shows pumps on, come in here and lower this number. And that'll get you fixed there. In which port, there's no port. Typically it's been COM 1. Typically this will be COM 6. Those will auto-populate when they're connected. And we'll click Save. So this is the tie-in data. We can skip this page. It won't be used in this instance for what we're doing. So for the start depth, you just need to know about where they're gonna start. You can leave that as 0. What is important is the tool offset in meters. This is the distance from the bit to halfway up the teledrift. So find out what the length of the teledrift is, divide it by 2, and then everything underneath it, add to it. So if it from the bit to the mud motor halfway up the teledrift is 13.5 meters, we'll put that value in and say okay. If that information is not available, it's all right. Once they get that information and they've strapped their BHA, you can come back to this right here on the bottom right, this view edit bit trips, and you can go to edit and add in a new, you can put in a new offset. I'm not an 800 by 600 scaling, so that's not going to work, but you can edit it right there anytime. And then also, whenever they pick up their intermediate section and they finish drilling surface and come to intermediate, you can start a new bit trip. And say, in that instance, we TD'd the surface section at 120 meters, and the new offset, because they put a stabilizer in or the mud motor length changed, that may now only be 13 meters.